What's going on everyone, I'm Rohan, I'm currently a 5th year medical student at Cardiff University, and today we're going to be going over the pros and cons of studying medicine at Cardiff University and just how to figure out where you want to go. So if that sounds good to you and you want to figure out more, then sit back, relax and let's get into it. So obviously I'm going to start with the pros because this is my university and I feel like I need to represent. Nah, but honestly, Cardiff University as a whole is pretty decent. Anyway, let's get into it properly. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the city itself. So Cardiff can be classified as a city uni and not really as a campus uni. That's mainly because all of the campuses and all of the student residences are spread out across the entire city. The main benefits for this is that you haven't got to pay crazy amounts of money, like from Cambridge to London, just to get a good night out. Also, because it's a city uni, you can meet people from all walks of life, who are working, who are students, no matter the age. And if you're keen to make connections with people in the working field, it can be really essential if you're in a city like this, because everyone's here, and I mean everybody. And because Cardiff is a city university, it makes it a lot easier to find accommodation, which, as you may have seen, has been extremely difficult to do recently.
What do we want? Housing! When do we want it?
Too many students, not enough cribs. What are you saying? This is my room, have a look. Well, I didn't say it was much. Cardiff goddamn beaches. Hey, I didn't say that. I said beaches. You can legit go to a waterfall, a beach, and climb a mountain all in the same day if you go to Cardiff University, because everywhere is within an hour's drive of each other. Now, Cardiff itself may not be the best looking at times, but the surrounding Welsh regions are beautiful, mainly in the summer. But if you chuck on some hiking boots, some waterproof clothes, you're pretty good for all weather conditions. Then you will be fine. Don't you worry. Number 3 is Monies. Now, Cardiff is in Wales, not in London, not in Birmingham, and not in Manchester. So basically, everything's cheap here. Well, for students anyway. You can legit get a house share with another group of students for like £300 a month plus bills. In London, £300 is a meal. In Cardiff, you can get cheap food, alcohol, pretty much the whole lot. Everything you want is here. Now, I've talked about the city itself, but what about the medicine at Cardiff University? What sets Cardiff apart from other medical schools? Because you might think Cardiff University is absolute doo-doo. So you might want to use these if you ever get an interview for Cardiff University MMIs. So listen to me carefully. Now, everybody mentions this in their interviews, including myself. Full body dissections. Now, if you're squeamish, this probably isn't for you. But then again, if you're squeamish anyway and you don't like looking at blood, then maybe medicine isn't for you anyway. Full body dissections involve you dissecting a full body, which has been kindly donated by the family members of the individual. So you get these dissections in first year, and it's a great way for you to help solidify and learn all about the new anatomy, which you probably have never heard of in your entire life. You do it in your first term and then some of your second term at university. And it teaches you about anatomy in a completely different way. Because let's be honest, you ain't never forgetting that. You will remember it for the rest of your life. Trust me. So number 2 is case-based learning. Cardiff University Medical School works using a spiral curriculum. You're basically going to be learning the same stuff regularly throughout medical school so that you can repeat your learning and then build on your previous knowledge. You basically learn through cases. For example, 37-year-old patient presents with abdominal pain. They have these comorbidities, talk through the case and learn about everything to do with abdo pain, the comorbidities which are associated with that patient. This type of learning helps you cover a broad range of medicine and not just learning a bunch of facts from a lecture. Like some unis which I know, which are basically spoon feeding you information. And initially I was like, but I really want to be spoon fed all my information. It's going to be so easy. I just have to sit and learn. But looking back on medical school now, I can tell you that talking through a case in a group helps you both communicate your information amongst people and therefore colleagues, and also helps you learn random facts that you probably wouldn't have learned by yourself. And let's be honest, those random facts could possibly save someone's life on the ward. Now, I ain't gonna lie and tell you Cardiff is all that. I will never lie to you, ever. So here's some points to make you rethink your entire life. Cons. Cardiff is a cute little city. There is very minimal things to do in the city itself. So yeah, you can go on a night out, but if you're like me and like certain types of music and not just music that goes for example, R&B, Afrobeat, hip-hop, you're going to struggle to find places that play that type of music. But don't you worry. You can occasionally find specific nights out for that type of music, and you can join societies with other people like yourself who enjoy that type of music as well. But with regards to the medicine side, because it's a case-based learning and spiral curriculum, it means you may not have learned everything before you've done an exam. Let me explain. Because it's a spiral curriculum, you're used to learning one aspect of medicine and then you have to learn everything yourself. However, because you start your progress tests early on in your second year, you basically have to learn content by yourself which you barely have any information on anyway. For example, you only start learning about women's health and neurology in 4th year. You still be doing medical exams for the past 3 years. So you basically had to teach yourself 3 years of neurology or women's health because it just hasn't been covered in a case yet. Once again, that could be an absolute pain, but on the other hand, it makes you learn by yourself and helps when you actually come and do it in a case or on placement. So there are obviously good things and there are obviously bad things about Cardiff University, but all all in all, it's a pretty good university for medicine. Okay, now if you've been struggling with getting to medical school and how to actually prepare for your personal statements, for your interviews, then head over to the Medic Company and use the code ROHAN10 for 10% off everything. Do it for me. Be part of the gang. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check me out on my TikTok because I basically post there all the time. And let's go.